feeling like we's different. You ain't the hustling type, we's different.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel, live and direct, live in effect. Make sure you subscribe to find out what's next. We are here. Pull up a little closer. All right. So, AEW Full Gear 2021 was last night, and I was able to catch it to a point now where I feel like I'll be able to catch every AEW pay-per-view, which makes me very happy to know. I just got to make sure I am on time and on target with it. But other than that, I was able to catch the final AEW pay-per-view of the year. Man, what a pay-per-view we saw last night, huh? It was something crazy and a good way to end the year. You had MJF versus Darby Allin kick off the show, and what they had, potentially a match of the year. Possibly. You had MJF talking about how he could beat Darby Allin with a headlock takeover. You know how he beat Darby Allin? With a headlock takeover. But of course he had the diamond ring, boom, one shot. Then he hit him. He legit hit him with a headlock takeover and then covered him. That is crazy. That is amazing. But MJF get the win. That match could have won either way, honestly. I think Darby Allin could have won and we would have been fine. MJF could have won and it would have been fine. You know what I'm saying? Either way, that match could have gone here. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. The Lucha Bros retained the tag championships against FTR. Very solid match. I wasn't able to catch all of it, but I caught part of it. It was a good match. Bryan Danielson is the new #1 contender for the AEW Championship after beating Miro. No, sorry. Surviving Miro. Because Miro put a beating on that boy. Miro put a beating on that boy. I'm telling you, Miro in AEW, you would think that Rusev and Miro were the same person. You would think they're the same person because they were played by the same person. But it's two different people. Like, Rusev was cool, but he never got his just due. Miro is just a monster. He's a beast. Thank God they moved him from Kip Sabian when they did. Because now he's on the... Now, ever since he became a singles competitor, my man's just bulldozing through everybody, bro. My man's just killing shit. Like, for real. He was just TNA champion not too long ago. And he damn well could have became #1 contender last night. He damn well could have. But Bryan Danielson found a way. He found a way. And surprisingly enough, I love Bryan Danielson in AEW because he wins in so many different ways. Like, he don't win the same way. Like, he will hit you with a submission. He'll hit you with this one submission, and he'll win that way. Then in another match, he'll hit you with another submission, and then he'll win that way. It's like he's winning in a myriad of ways. Like, you know, we go back to Daniel Bryan in WWE, right? If he hits you with the running knee, or the label lock, or the yes lock in this point, boom, he wins. If he hits those moves, he wins. With Bryan Danielson, you don't know how he's going to win. You don't know if he's going to win with this submission or if he wins with that submission. It's like it's a crazy thing. Like, you don't know how he's gonna win, and that's the element of surprise. I like that. I love the element of surprise. So, caps off to Bryan Danielson, the Cowboy versus the American Dragon. That should be a fantastic match. I can't wait for that. But we'll get to the Cowboy in a minute. Let's see what else happened. You had Jungle Boy, the star in this match, as Christian Cage, and Luchasaurus beat the Super Click in a Falls Count Anywhere match, where this man hit a concerto. Yo, he hit this concerto? Lord, he hit that joint kind of hard. Like, he hit that man kind of hard. And sadly enough, it wasn't hard enough because at the end of the night, we still saw that man. We still saw, who's that? I think he hit on Nick Jackson, I believe. He hit on Nick Jackson. Nick Jackson, we saw him at the end of the night. So clearly, Jungle Boy needs practice. But it's all good. Jungle Boy got the pinfall, got the win. All good in my book. You had Britt Baker retain the women's championship against Tay Conti. Tay Conti put on a hell of a performance, but Britt Baker, she's just that good. I don't know who's gonna beat her for that title. It's now who's gonna beat her for that title, because it's like she's defended against everybody except I know Jade Cargill. If Jade Cargill does not win the TBS championship, then I get a feeling she's our next AEW Women's Champion. I get that feeling because she hasn't lost yet. So it's like she's groomed for that title. I don't know, bro, but it's going to happen at some point. That's how I'm feeling. You had the Inner Circle. I'm sorry. Before I even get to that, you had Pac and Cody Rhodes beat Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo in a very good tag team match. Pac getting the W. It's all good in my book. Then you had the Inner Circle win a Minneapolis Street. Was it a Minnesota street fight or Minneapolis street fight? Either way, it was in Minnesota, and it got it done. Chris Jericho paying a tribute to Eddie Guerrero. And it's funny. I realized as the match was going on, as he paid tribute to Eddie, I just realized, bro. Eddie died 16 years ago. Eddie died November 13th, 2005. Last night was 16 years ago he passed away. And the crazier part about it, he died in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He died 16 years ago last night, and in that same building Full Gear was in. Not the same building, but the same city and state. So it was crazy. I was like, wow. I was like, yo, I did not realize. I had to look that shit up. Because I forgot. I know he died in November. In 05. I know he died in November 2005. I just didn't know. I just forgot the date. I looked it up. He died that same date in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I said, wow. That is so eerie, bro. Obviously Tony Khan planned that. Obviously he planned it. So it's not really eerie, but it's like, okay, I kind of get where you were going. Jericho paid a tribute. He looked up. He said, I love you, Eddie. I felt that. I felt it. Dan Lambert caught the pinfall, and I figured I said it before the match happened as I was predicting it. I didn't make a prediction video. I didn't think I'd watch it. I had plans to watch it, but in a different way. But it is what it is. I said it myself. I said either Dan Lambert pins Jericho or Jericho pins Lambert. It had to be one or two. I thought either Jericho or Sammy. Because I thought Sammy would get the rub, but I'm like, nah, it makes sense. Jericho and Lambert been going at it back and forth. Either Dan Lambert pins Jericho or Jericho pins Lambert. Boom. Jericho pinned Lambert in a cool Minneapolis street fight. It was cool. Salute to them. And probably my favorite match of the night, and probably a lot of people's favorite match of the night, CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. Lord have mercy. I would legit think these two hate each other in real life. Because these two put on a match that was just on pure hate. Like, yo, I felt the animosity in that match. I felt the passion in that match. Because you gotta understand something. Eddie Kingston said it 2 weeks ago. All right, my fault for the interruption and everything. But as I was saying about Punk and Kingston, yeah, that match was crazy. The animosity was ridiculous. It was like, yo, you watching that match, and it felt like, you know, they hated each other. Like, they really couldn't stand each other. And that's what made that crazy. Because Eddie said it in his promo previously. He was like, I don't care if I win or lose, as long as I'm beating you up, because I'm going to beat you up. And that's what he did. He left Punk all blood. Yo, CM Punk was busted open. Not crazy, but he was bleeding. Like, it wasn't a small cut, nothing. No, he had blood here. And then when Eddie saw that, my man took his hand, wiped blood on his face. Yo, Eddie was crazy. Eddie's a crazy guy, man. He's a real crazy guy, and I love him for that. I love his craziness. I don't know why. It's just a New Yorker in me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But listen, great match. It may not be over. Rivalry may not be over, but hey, if we get a 2 or 3, if we get another match, part 2, or we get a part 3, hey, it is what it is, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. And of course, all that leading up to the main event where Hangman Adam Page, after 2 years, wins the AEW World Title. Beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. Man, 2-year buildup leads to this. You gotta love it, man. These two were building for 2 years up to this moment. And I was just like, man, it's crazy because it was like from being in the elite to tag teaming with Kenny Omega, then winning the tag team championships, then breaking up, and then losing himself, then finding himself, then reinvigorating himself to the main event where he gets his shot. And after all this time and all this hard work, boom, he's finally champion. And it was worth the wait. It was really worth the wait. And I'm cool with it, man. I'm happy for him. You gotta love him, man. You gotta love it. Man. Hangman Adam Page, world champion. Great match, too. Great match. Some parts it looked like it was gonna, Kenny was gonna win with the, because after a couple V triggers, I'm sitting there like, damn, this man about to lose. Damn, Hangman about to lose. But nah, not tonight. Because we all saw it. It was like, you know what? He ain't gonna lose. But they had to make it dramatic. You know what I'm saying? They had to make it dramatic. Shit, the Young Bucks came down and it looked like they were about to do something. But nah, Matt Jackson was looking at him. I think that was Matt, right? It had to be Matt. Matt was just looking at Hangman. He just nodded his head like, it's your time. It's your moment. And Hangman was like, got you. Buckshot lariat. 1, 2, 3. Game. Beautiful. It was beautiful, man. Beautiful. Dark Order came out. Celebrated. It was a beautiful time, baby. Beautiful time. Man. It's crazy to think about. AEW will be 3 years next year. It will be 3 years. Now think about that time. So far, we've had 4 AEW World Champions, 4 Women's Champions, 5 Tag Team Champions, and 5 TNA Champions. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. And it's only been a 2-year span. So longevity actually means something. Tell you no, WWE, I'm just saying. But it is what it is. Listen, good way to end the year. It is what it is, man. So until this has been Rose, man, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and support as always. I'm going to be back here next week. I'm going to be back here this week because Survivor Series is next Sunday. So you're going to hear my predictions Thursday. Well, probably after Monday. So probably Tuesday. No, we'll push it Wednesday or Thursday. We'll hear my predictions from then. And then, Sunday's the pay-per-view. We'll be watching. Then I'll recap the pay-per-view on Sunday. You already know how we do with that. So until next time, peace, love, 100. Yeah.